connection. We just, melt jaggery and it comes in a hard form into our kitchens. We shave it and melt it down. But cane syrup is essentially the same thing. Yeah.
It's a magical dish too.
Yeah.
I don't really cook Indian food. I'm learning how to cook Indian food. That's the honest truth. I mean, I think the one turning moment for me, we opened Snack Bar right after my mother had passed away, so she didn't get to see me open a restaurant. And so I was thinking about her as we were doing the menu, and some greens came in. And just because they were there and I was thinking of her, I decided to season them like she used to, with cumin and asafoetida. And the dish went out. And that's what I was going to do with it. I mean, I was not going to put bacon in it. I was not I had been doing. And the response was so, warming and so nice from the folks who had gotten that dish, that I decided, it's not that I hadn't been doing this before, sort of adding a little spice here and there just to sort of put my mark on what I, served. But that's when the conscious effort started. Like, no, this is important. And also knowing that we have these common ingredients. We have some common stories. There are a lot of things that came to the South from India, and we may not know that they came from India, but they did. A lot of things came to a lot of other places from India. And so it's just like, okay, this is not foreign. You've been using Indian spices in American cuisine or any other cuisine for at least 1,000 years. So putting black pepper in a biscuit, or putting cumin in something that you wouldn't normally put, or cooking potatoes with cumin, shouldn't be that foreign to people. And so once that light bulb went off, I think the Snack Bar took off as well. It's just, and the reception, I have to say, has been fantastic. People of Oxford have been very good to me. Also have some really good friends when things don't turn out the way I think they should turn out. We're in a small enough town where they'll come up to me and say, hey, that thing you did? Maybe you don't want to do that again.
There is turmeric and mustard seed and chow chow.
This would be a great time to open up questions to y'all, and I've got a portable mic, which I'll... Here we go. Okay, coming back this way. Look out for your feetsies. Look out. Up. I was never a rock and roller. I'm
Thank you for having this forum today. As a girl that was born and raised in the South in North Carolina, this is not a question as much as it is a statement, but I want to thank y'all for bringing what you bring to the South. Having grown up with country cooking, it was nice to be able to know that there was a way that we could expand our palates, our dining table, our experiences with other people. And was born in a really, really small town in eastern North Carolina. And we just, we had meat and potatoes. That was our menu all of the time. Every meal was prescriptive. So because of you and other people like you that have brought different influences into our community, I've been able to experience and practice myself of trying to learn to cook and enjoy and share different cultural foods. So as someone from the South, I'm extremely grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi. You're also charismatic and brilliant. I feel like you'd be successful at doing anything. I'd just be curious to know how you came to being professional chefs. Is that something that you happened accidentally, or did you train for it? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just have to do it in one word. Accidentally.
Me too, I fell upon the food. Well, I'm not a classically trained chef. I grew up in my mother's kitchen.
I loved and love to eat, and this just seemed like the natural progression. If I wanted to keep myself well fed, I just needed to cook. So my entire I have just followed a bachelor's in hotel management. I went to the CIA, which is the Culinary Institute, before anybody thinks I'm more interested than a chef. But yeah, this has been my life.
I started cooking for beer money. And then the bar tab got so big. And this is a true story, actually. The City Grocery Bar upstairs, it was back in the day, I've been there long enough where they actually used to have a tab, so you can go and order stuff and drink stuff. And then I realized that, I can buy college girls' drinks on my tab. But then I forgot to keep tab of my tab. But John was, and so we had to have a talk. He's like, "Hey, your tab is what, you got a plan for it?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Well, it's XYZ dollars. What are you thinking about?" I'm like, "I can wash dishes, And that's how I got in the kitchen. Fell in love with it. I'd gone to college. I wanted to be a bureaucrat. Growing up in India, that was the greatest thing you could ever do. I was like, you get a job. So I was in graduate school for public administration. I went and did an internship in DC and realized that if I was actually going to get that job, I would probably jump out the first window I saw. And how just not good I would feel about it. And so cooking, I like cooking. I like eating. I was reasonably good at it just from watching my mother cook, she was a brilliant cook. So once I got in the kitchen, I felt, reasonably good about what I was doing. I was given a free hand because the guy who was there sort of supervising us quit the job the day after I got there. And so they needed somebody to fill in somewhere. I'm like, I'll do it. And so it's just how I fell into it.
I started cooking because we got the lease on this building. We had a music venue down the street next to where Pools is now, and that building got torn down, development, and we looked for 3 years for a space, and I wanted to have a little eatery with the music venue, and it turned out to be a 3,000 square foot space, so here we are. Yeah, I just kind of fell into a very convoluted path, and I did not train, obviously.
Thank you.
So